Mistake in galactic history. The Velkarn Imperial fleet emerged from hyperspace at precisely 8:47 hours, Earth Standard Time. Commander Zexther had calculated everything perfectly, or so he thought. The invasion would begin during what their intelligence designated as optimal human vulnerability period, early planetary rotation cycle, post-rest phase. What the Velkarn didn't know was that they had just made the single greatest tactical error in galactic military history. They had arrived on a Monday morning. Bella Martinez stood in the cramped break room of Chen and Associates, her third cup of coffee trembling slightly in her hand. The fluorescent lights hummed with their usual soul-crushing monotony as she stared at the ancient coffee machine that had broken down again. Her presentation was due in 45 minutes. Her manager had already sent 3 passive-aggressive emails. And now, massive alien warships were casting shadows across downtown Seattle. "You've got to be kidding me," she muttered, watching through the window as a ship the size of 3 city blocks descended through the morning clouds. Leo Park, the IT specialist from the 4th floor, appeared beside her with his own oversized mug. His hair stuck up at odd angles, and his tie was already loosened despite the early hour. He followed her gaze to the alien armada. "Huh," he said flatly, "invasion." "On a Monday," Bella added, her voice dripping with the unique exhaustion that only comes from 8 hours of sleep that somehow feels like 2. They really should have done more research. The Velkarn expected panic, chaos, the primitive humans fleeing in terror from their superior technology. Instead, the first broadcast from Earth came from a news anchor who looked like she'd rather be anywhere else. "Breaking news, alien invasion currently underway. Traffic on the I-5 is worse than usual. Commuters are advised to seek alternate routes. In other news, the Mariners lost again." Commander Zexther's translator crackled with confusion. This wasn't in the invasion protocols. Bella returned to her desk because, frankly, what else was she supposed to do? The aliens were someone else's problem. She had pivot tables that wouldn't build themselves. Leo appeared in her cubicle doorway 30 minutes later. "So, they're demanding our surrender." "Cool," Bella said without looking up from her screen. "Did you fix the printer on 3? "Bella, I'm serious. They've got some kind of, I don't know, death ray pointed at City Hall." She finally looked up. "Leo, I have a presentation in 15 minutes about Q4 revenue projections. Unless these aliens can explain why our marketing budget disappeared into what my boss calls strategic initiatives, I cannot deal with this right now." But then her computer screen flickered. Every screen in the building flickered. A holographic face appeared, angular, with too many eyes, speaking in perfectly translated English. "Humans of Earth, you have 1 planetary rotation to surrender unconditionally. Resistance is futile. Your primitive technology cannot." The feed cut out. Somewhere in the building, someone had unplugged something. Did they just try to hack our network on a Monday morning? Leo's exhaustion transformed into something dangerous, something the Velkarn should have feared. He cracked his knuckles. "Okay, now it's personal." What the Velkarn didn't understand about humanity was this: Monday morning people are already at war. They're fighting traffic, fighting deadlines, fighting the crushing weight of another work week. They're operating on caffeine and spite. They've already lost the will to live sometime around Sunday evening. You don't threaten people who have nothing left to lose. Within an hour, Leo had rallied every IT professional within a 50-mile radius. These weren't soldiers. These were people who'd been dealing with Karen from accounting asking why her email was broken when she hadn't turned on her computer. These were warriors forged in the fires of password, reset requests, and mysterious printer errors. They reverse-engineered the Velkarn communication protocols in 43 minutes. Bella, meanwhile, had weaponized the one skill that years of corporate presentations had perfected: aggressive PowerPoint slides. She hijacked the Velkarn's main view screen, and launched her counteroffensive. Slide 1. Q4 Invasion Metrics, a Critical Analysis. Slide 2. Why your conquest strategy shows poor ROI. Slide 3. Synergizing Diplomatic Solutions, a Framework for Mutual Success. Commander Zexther watched in growing horror as the human female dismantled his entire invasion plan using bar graphs and bullet points. She cited insufficient logistics, poor market research, and what she called a complete failure to understand stakeholder engagement. Your fleet's fuel consumption alone, Bella's voice echoed through his command center, represents a 347% cost overrun compared to standard galactic invasion protocols. Have you even considered the environmental impact disclosures required under Earth's emerging interstellar commerce regulations? Which, I should mention, we just made up 5 minutes ago specifically for this presentation. While Bella confused the Velkarn leadership, Leo and his army of sleep-deprived IT professionals launched their attack. They didn't use weapons. They used something far more devastating. They filled the Velkarn network with viruses, not sophisticated military-grade malware. No, they used the same garbage that had plagued human computers for decades: pop-up ads, ransomware demanding payment in Bitcoin, emails from princes in distant galaxies offering suspicious financial opportunities. Most devastating of all, they auto-enrolled every Velkarn officer in mandatory corporate training modules. Sexual Harassment in the Workplace, a 47-part video series. Synergy and You, Building Better Team Dynamics. Please complete this survey about your invasion experience. The Velkarn systems crashed within minutes, overwhelmed by 17,000 auto-playing videos and subscription renewal notices they couldn't dismiss. By noon, Commander Zexther had had enough. His ships were infected with something the humans called bloatware. His officers were trapped in an infinite loop of terms and conditions that no one could fully read, and that terrifying human female was now on her 18th slide about key performance indicators for successful planetary subjugation. He opened communications. We surrender. Bella paused mid-presentation. I'm sorry, what? We surrender, please make it stop, we'll leave, we'll pay reparations, just please no more slides. Leo appeared beside Bella, holding a can of energy drink. Should we tell the military this is happening? Probably, Bella said. She unmuted her microphone. Commander Zexther, we accept your surrender. Please fill out this exit survey and we'll process your withdrawal within 3-5 business days. 3 to 5, but you said. Those are the terms. Have a great day. She closed the connection. The Velkarn fleet departed Earth's orbit at 1647 hours, Earth Standard Time. Their retreat was so hasty they left behind 2 attack cruisers and a confused battalion of troops who were still trying to unsubscribe from a mailing list. Commander Zexther filed his report to the Galactic Council that evening. The official record stated, Earth invasion aborted due to unforeseen tactical complications. The unofficial record, shared in whispers across 1,000 worlds, told the real story. Never invade Earth on a Monday morning. The humans are already too angry to care about death rays. They have weaponized tedium itself. They will defeat you with spreadsheets and spite. Bella made her original presentation 15 minutes late. Her boss gave her a written warning. Leo got the network security upgrade budget he'd been requesting for 2 years. And Earth continued its rotation, blissfully unaware that it had just established itself as the most terrifying planet in the galaxy, not because of its weapons, but because of its Mondays. The Velkarn added a new regulation to their invasion protocols. Target planets only on mid-week post-rest phases. Avoid Mondays at all costs. Humanity never found out they'd won a war. They were too busy preparing for Tuesday.